Hello and welcome to this video. So this video is a new playlist, first video of new playlist on JavaScript. As you know that I have been doing Rust, Python and the data structure videos along with math. So some of my friends suggested that I should also teach JavaScript so that when we do web development using Rust or Python, then we should be ready for web development in Python and Rust when we reach there. So I thought that, yeah, it would be a good idea. And along with this, there would be a new playlist, SQL with Postgres. So that will cover the basics of our JavaScript and SQL along with the backend. Uh, it is recommended that before you deep dive into this and we proceed for web development, HTML, CSS, I'm not touching right now. Maybe sometime later I'll do it. So those will be prerequisites when we do front-end development. So the question is, what are we going to cover in this playlist is the basics of JavaScript language along with all the standard library. Once the language is covered, we will cover Node.js and library. Then we will do client-side JavaScript, most probably with jQuery. Then we will do API development, REST API development. The reason of doing REST API rather than full backend in the classical sense where you serve HTML, CSS is because in modern times, nobody serves HTML and CSS from server side, although SSR is there. Then we will do some front-end development. I will teach Svelte first, followed by possibly React, Vue.js, there should be a comma, Astro and HTMX. And in the end, I will teach another backend framework that is Nest.js. So for this, no prerequisites are there. You need not have any programming experience. I will cover everything from scratch. But it is best if you have a Linux environment because I will be doing everything on Linux. I will not be touching Windows for this. Now the question is that the question of all the languages is first, why should we learn JavaScript? So the reason for learning JavaScript is that it is the language of web. What this means is if you are doing web development, then the front end is guaranteed to be done in JavaScript. Although there are alternatives like WASM or toolkits, widget toolkits are there. But even to understand the toolkit libraries like Wiki is there or Nice UI or something like Python Pyjamas, if you want to develop your own widget, you need to understand the JavaScript. Otherwise, you will not be able to get the desired behavior out of the widget. The second thing is that if you want to do mobile development and say desktop application development, then you have the freedom to choose something like React Native or Electron.js. So for example, suppose I'm doing a web application and I also want to do a mobile application, then I can do the backend and front end of web application using JavaScript. And I can also develop mobile application in React. If I have a desktop application also, I can do it in Electron.js. And all four parts can be written using JavaScript. Okay. So since all four parts are written using JavaScript, most of the developers, JavaScript developers can pick them. So the tech stack remains homogeneous. That is the strongest point of JavaScript as far as programming goes. It makes your tech stack homogeneous. The benefit of homogeneous tech stack is that your team is not as split as in other tech stacks. In other tech stacks, you have separate front end, separate back end. Now, some people would be full stack, But suppose there is a developer who is a full stack developer, then he would be either better at JavaScript or better at Python backend. But with JavaScript, a person who is good at backend will be quite competent by the same degree in front end also. So if you know JavaScript, the second point is that in modern times, people ask for full stack developers where they expect developer to be able to do mobile applications and web applications, front end, back end, both. So it is required that you know JavaScript. The other point would be that JavaScript is not going anywhere. Okay, it is here to stay. I don't see anything replacing JavaScript on the web. Although TypeScript is there, which is a better version, but we will learn TypeScript also. TypeScript is nothing but a language which can transpile to JavaScript. Learning TypeScript without knowing JavaScript is not going to work out. You should first learn JavaScript and then you can learn TypeScript. Possibly, I will make a playlist on TypeScript once we finish all this. But for now, this would be the focus. So I think I have set out the what to call, this is the preamble, or I have set out the expectation that what you can expect from this playlist. And the second playlist would be on Postgres, which would be the primary database which we will study. That does not mean that Postgres is the only database we will study, but it will be our main database. And I will make another video on Postgres probably tomorrow, and maybe you can watch that also. So if you follow this playlist, you should be able to develop backend applications and front-end part of applications as well. Maybe I will also add Electron.js to this towards the end, but we'll see. It's a long way to go there. JavaScript is quite big, and Node.js is also quite big. And then doing all the client-side scripts and front-end, it will take time. And there will be several projects which we will do, because without hands-on, it does not make sense to learn the theory. And the entire playlist will have code. As you see my other programming playlist, I deal with a lot of code in those videos. So stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you in the next video day after tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching.